Let's talk about one of the biggest and maybe one of the quietest shifts happening in technology right now. See, it's not really about what AI can do anymore, it's about where it does its thinking. And that one little change, it is fundamentally reshaping, well, pretty much everything.
So let me ask you a question. It sounds simple, right? Where does AI actually live? I mean, when you ask your phone for the weather, or you use an AI to whip up an image, where is that thinking actually taking place?
For the last 10 years or so, the answer was super easy: the cloud. These giant, powerful data centers have been the engines driving this whole revolution, from the language models we talk to the AIs that recognize faces in our photos.
But that model, as powerful as it's been, is starting to hit some serious walls. There's a new approach taking hold, one that's pushing all that intelligence out of those faraway data centers and putting it directly into the world around us.
And this quote just nails it. We're moving away from a world where AI is some service you have to call up on the internet to a world where it's an immediate, local presence baked right into the devices we use every single day.
All right, so before we jump into what's next, we got to understand why the cloud became the foundation for modern AI in the first place. This didn't happen by accident. It was absolutely essential.
You see, the cloud was kind of the perfect incubator for AI. It let us gather just enormous amounts of data all in one place. It gave us access to basically unlimited computing power with all those specialized chips like GPUs and TPUs. That's the real muscle behind AI. And all that made it possible to train the gigantic models we have today. The cloud basically turned intelligence into a utility, like electricity, that you could just plug into from anywhere.
But as our ambitions for AI have gotten bigger and bigger, some cracks in that pure cloud-only approach have really started to show. It turns out that relying on a brain that's hundreds of miles away isn't always the best plan.
The first big problem is speed, or, the lack of it. We call it latency. For an AI to make a decision, your data has to travel all the way from your device to a server in the cloud, get processed, and then travel all the way back. That round trip takes time. And while a little delay is fine for some things, it's a total non-starter for something like a self-driving car that has to make a decision in a millisecond.
Then you've got the simple problems of money and, well, having a connection. Constantly streaming huge amounts of data up to the cloud gets really expensive, really fast, and it demands a rock-solid internet connection. What happens if you're in a factory with spotty Wi-Fi or out in the field somewhere? The whole cloud model just breaks.
And finally, this one is a huge one: data privacy. Sending sensitive info, we're talking personal health records, secret factory data, to some third-party server creates all kinds of security and legal headaches. In a lot of fields now, keeping that data local isn't just a nice-to-have, it's a requirement.
So, with all these challenges piling up, a whole new center of gravity for AI is starting to form. Intelligence is literally moving from the centralized cloud out to the decentralized edge.
And that's what we call edge AI. It's all about running those machine learning models right there on the physical hardware, on your phone, in your car, on a camera in a factory. The thinking happens on the spot, right where the action is.
Now, it's really tempting to see this as, edge versus cloud, this big showdown where one has to win. But that is completely the wrong way to look at it. The real magic, the real innovation, is how they work together, each playing to its strengths.
And this right here, this is the whole game. It's not a competition, it's a partnership. It's a symbiotic relationship where intelligence is constantly flowing between the two.
So let's just walk through how this beautiful loop works. Out on the edge, you have all these devices on the front lines. They're doing what's called inference. That's just using a trained AI to make an instant decision. Then, and this is key, they send only the important little insights, not all the raw data, back to the cloud. The cloud takes all this knowledge from all over the world, uses it to train an even smarter model, and then it pushes that new, improved model back out to all the edge devices. It's this incredible, continuous learning cycle. This table just lays it out perfectly. It's a clear division of labor. The cloud handles all the heavy lifting, the massive training jobs, the global coordination. The edge is all about the immediate, real-time stuff, the local decisions, the adapting on the fly. You can think of the cloud as the big central library in brain, while the edge is the super-fast, autonomous nervous system.
Okay, so that's the theory. Let's talk about where this is actually happening in the real world, in places where every single millisecond matters. Imagine you're in a massive smart factory. You can't afford to wait for a signal to go to the cloud and back to find out a critical machine is about to break. With Edge AI, sensors on that machine are analyzing vibrations and temperature right there, in real time, predicting a failure before it ever happens. That saves millions in downtime. Or think about healthcare. This is a game changer. An AI model running directly on, say, a portable ultrasound machine can give a doctor a preliminary diagnosis on the spot, and the patient's private data never even has to leave the hospital building. It's faster, it's way more secure, and it's more accessible.
And of course, the classic example, autonomous vehicles. A self-driving car is basically a supercomputer on wheels running dozens of AI models locally to see the world and make life or death decisions in an instant. There is literally zero room for cloud latency here. Every calculation has to happen on the edge.
And this isn't just for cars or factories. It's showing up in our cities and stores too. Smart cameras can analyze crowd flow to prevent bottlenecks or check traffic patterns to optimize signals. And they can do it all while processing the video locally, so no one's personal privacy is compromised.
Okay, so if that's what's happening now, where is all of this headed? This whole shift toward a distributed, intelligent edge ecosystem. It's really just the beginning. It's setting the stage for the entire next wave of AI innovation.
We're looking at a future built on incredible ideas, like federated learning. That's where millions of devices can all learn from each other's experiences without ever sharing private data. We're talking about autonomous infrastructure, power grids and supply chains that manage themselves. We're moving toward a world of independent, self-learning edge agents, all coordinating with each other at a massive scale.
And I want to leave you with this final thought, because it really puts a bow on everything. This shift, it isn't just a technical upgrade. It's a total reimagining of what a company or even a whole economy can be. We're moving away from just using AI as a tool, and we're moving towards building organizations that actually operate as a living, intelligent network. A network where the brain is everywhere,